I'm born to be wild, dying to be free. I left those asphalt streets so my soul and nature could meet. Mandog drifter.
Good morning. It's time to move again. It's been plus 2 and 3 the past couple days. Supposed to be in the pluses all next 7-day forecast. There's supposed to be 3 days of +7 and 3 days of it being, or a couple days of it being +6. Only supposed to drop down to a low of -1 overnight, a couple nights. So yeah, the snow's all packy and losing snow. The weather hasn't been cooperative with me. I needed, if it was -10 with snow, keeper snow, that'd be perfect, but now I'm losing snow. I can't take the snow or the sled into town when I go get groceries, and there's no snow. You know, only take what I can carry, or get as much as I can carry. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna set up down there, Camp 1 area, but I'm gonna move everything down today. And then I might hold off for at least 72 hours. See what's in the forecast, because I might monitor the snow situation and just move on up here when the snow is getting real low, because if I have to backpack move, I'd rather do it from here going down, because it's all downhill from up here, from this Camp 2 to Camp 1, but to move everything up, it's all uphill. So, and I don't need a fire at night because it's not cold enough, so I might not set up for at least 72 hours to see what the weather says after that, and then make a decision, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna get some breakfast into me, and then some coffee, and then pack everything up. Once I gotta go into town today too, so get this breakfast going. Got her almost ready to load up, start heading down the trail, but just cleaning out the stove. Just wanted to show you guys that, how the stovepipe gets, and then don't draft efficiently and heat efficiently. But yeah, I just take my pry bar and scrape the inside. Cleans it pretty quick and easy. And there's the end result. Just scraping it with my pry bar. First load ready to go. I'm gonna do smaller loads, I think. I got more bare ground I gotta pull across, and snow's gonna be soft. So I'm lighting the loads and make an extra trip if I have to. Yeah. Yeah, this is the second clearing. I only did this small portion of the trail. And right there. I didn't want to put too much work into this trail with all this mild weather. It all melt away on me. So I decided to put things on hold. Somebody dropped some chocolate. Yes, a lot of moose sign around here. And deer. I think I found where I'll probably set up camp in this Camp 1 area. Down a little further than it was before, but probably in this little section here. Dropped off my first load and ready to head on up and grab the second one, and then the third. I think there'll be 3 loads altogether. A little lighter loads, easier to manage. Well, the plan was to make 3 trips, lighter loads. But I get up here and I loaded everything in it. Grab my backpack. Everything's picked up, and we're loaded with the rest of it. It's like getting home from grocery shopping. You gotta try to carry it all in at once. Everything's moved. I'm gonna put my garbage together, take that in. I gotta run into town and get some groceries and stuff. So, and when I say run into town, I don't mean like a 15-20 minute walk. It's like 8 kilometers each way, so it's about 2 hours and 15 minutes each way, between that and 2.5 hours. And going into town, it's all downhill. But when I'm carrying stuff back, yeah, it's all uphill. But that's just the way she goes. But yeah, so I'm not just gonna leave everything. It's not supposed to be cold tonight. I think it's supposed to only get down to 0, so I don't need a fire tonight. And we'll see if I'll set up camp tomorrow or not. Good morning. I decided that I'm going to stay the full 14 days down here in Camp 1, so I'm going to set up. I'm going to do a 4-wall structure this time. Go from this tree, this tree, this tree, and this tree. But I'm gonna run a pole from this tree to this tree, and then I'm gonna choke it up so it's an even area. But yeah, I got my top poles cut. Just gotta trim the branches off, get everything smooth so don't rip my tarps, and then tie them up. Well, my poles are all trimmed up, smooth. Now it's time to tie them up. We're gonna have it 5.5 feet on this end and 6 feet on this end, so I have a sloping roof. I already measured and pre-marked it on the tree how high, so just gotta tie them up. Okay, as you can see, I got some more poles. I got 4 on the bottom to weigh down the bottom of my tarp, and I cut 4 corner poles, which I'm going to tie each into each tarp too and twist in to seal up. And I always keep running out of paracord, and I brought these along, so I'm going to try using these bungee cords to secure my tarps top to bottom. But yeah, I'll start putting up the tarp walls now. well, it's all up. Got the roof on it, stove in. And before I lug everything in, I'm gonna go get firewood so I can throw that in without worry about hitting anything and then pile it. But first I'll show you what I done inside. I got roof poles up there, hold up the roof. After I put them in, should have had them running this way, so the little dips would be going with the slant of the roof. But now it ain't calling for any precipitation, so I think I can get by this day without, I'll fix it the next time I'm here. But yeah, I get the roof poles up there. They're just set up there. They're just to hold the tarp up. And got my corners twisted in there, sealed up pretty good. I mean, there's still some draft that can come in, but we are camping and it's a temporary shelter. But yeah, and I got I put a bunch of these little wall stakes in to just to keep the tarp from blowing in. But also it sealed up the gaps that were on the ground. It's uneven ground, and I just got one piece logs in there to weigh down. But them poles helps seal up the bottom gaps on the floor. Especially down here. It's pretty. There was two gaps. There was one big gap in here and one big gap in here. Well, you can see the pole and how much space is there because the ground's so uneven right there. But them stakes helped seal them up some. And also, the reason why I put them stakes in, well, is to keep the tarp walls from blowing in. But yeah, if you notice, right here is where I learned to do that. I had it set up and I didn't have any wall stakes in, and the wind sucked in the tarp right into my furnace, melted a big hole in there. I did it to two of my tarps, and just used good old duct tape, which sealed her up pretty good enough. But yeah, so that's you learned pretty quick from that mistake to put them in there to keep the walls from sucking in. But yeah, so gonna go stock this up with firewood, and then move everything in. Yeah, it's like +8 today. The snow is so soft and wet that the wood falls in it. The wood soaks it up pretty fast. It's so wet. So this was over there, drug it over here. So I've got a place to saw my wood and not fall in the wet snow. This should do it for today. It's quite tiresome with doing it with that little handsaw. Basically just use the fire for cooking, but also I just like having a fire. It's camping, you gotta have fire. Well, get in there and pile this up. Let's give you a tour inside. Switch my wood pile over to this side. It's my little table I built out of 4 logs and ratchet straps. Got my food pantry here. My electrical, which I might switch over to there somewhere. Yeah, I got my emergency blankets up like I did at the other place to reflect the heat. And got my bed up off the ground because the heat from the stove mostly comes out the sides and the front and rises, stays cool on the bottom. So if the bed raised, I'll be in the heat. But yeah, and then I got my natural wood stain coat rack / drawing rack. That's my cabinet. And also there, I guess. But yeah, someday I might get ambitious and build a bed. But the slid's doing fine for right now. But yeah, quite a bit more room with the floor wall. I think it's roughly 6 by 6 inside. And on the menu tonight, we're gonna have Campbell's Chunky Chicken Corn Chowder. I love chowder. And also a peanut butter sandwich, possibly a grilled peanut butter sandwich, and then a tapioca pudding for dessert. Get every last bit of this chowder in there. Can't waste none of this. Stove. Sandwich ready to grill. Yeah, quite a few of my videos are moving and setting up, but that's the biggest part of camping on public land, having to move every 14 days. But just trying to improve my setups each time, make things a little more Give a little variety to it. If we can get some snow, so I can take my sled. I like to go on a hike here, but gotta get some snow on the go. Yeah, wait for that soup to warm up. This is some good stuff. A little bit of everything in it. Alright, I think she's done. Nothing better than this. Sitting next to a fire, out in the woods, in the mountains. Eating good food. Simple but good. Okay, so maybe we need 2 desserts.